Will the virtuous Sangha, out of compassion, for the sake of this assembly and all living beings, please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung kính đại đức tăng thịnh, vì thứ pháp bồi cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh. Tịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã môn, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đắc lạc, tốc chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sadanto Suche Doye Alahudi San Miao San Puto Xie. Nam mô Đại Lạc Tha Tô Gia Đà Gia La Đế Tam Miao Tam Bồ Đà Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual principles. Wu shang sheng she wei miao fa bai qian wan jie nan zao yu wo jin jian wen de shou chi yuan jie ru lai zhen shi yi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Venerable Jingliang, Venerable YongHua, Venerable Left-Home people, and all good no advisors, Emitofuo. 诸佛菩萨、精良大士、是父上人、各位出家人、各位善知识，阿弥陀佛。Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Quốc sư, Thượng Thiên Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện sư thức A Di Đà Phật. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you all for coming. Today is the 18th of September 2021. We gathered here to continue discussing the prologue to the Avatamsaka Sutra, written by Master Jingliang. We on slide number 201 and door number 1, causes and conditions for why this sutra was spoken by the Buddha. Okay, let's jump right into it. As for the virtues of the Buddha, there are two. One, dependent fruit, such as the seeds of the world, of the flower's treasury, and so forth.
然果德有二：一依果，为华藏世界海等。
All right. So now he's discussing the virtues of the Buddha. When you talk about virtues of the Buddha, there are two types of virtues. Thank you very much. One type of virtue of the Buddha is the dependent fruit. Isn't that interesting? Virtue manifests as a dependent fruit. Okay? What is the dependent fruit? Such as the seeds of the worlds of the flower's treasury, and so forth. So here, the virtues of the Buddha transforms into the world as we see it. Okay? the material world as you see it. And the material world is called dependent rich or dependent fruit, meaning that the things that we depend on, living beings depend on for their subsistence, for their happiness, this dependent world. Okay, and therefore the Buddha created all these worlds out as a virtuous behavior. Okay, in a kind of interesting concept. So the Buddhas don't necessarily reject. On one hand, he says the world you see is false. Okay, so that's rejecting the world. On the other hand, if you really understand deep down what's really happening, is that this world is actually an act of virtue, virtuous act for him to create the world. It's for our benefit. So therein lies the Buddhist teaching. On one hand says bad thing, and so we'll talk about good things. It has to be, that's called balance. Okay? So it's not the way you think. You think Buddhism is not rejection of the world, because the world here is created in order to facilitate your being able to accomplish great things. That's why it's created. All right, this dependent world, ours. It's a fabrication, a transformation from Buddha for our benefit. Okay, 203 text. 2, proper fruit, such as thus come one's 10 bodies and so forth. These 2 are non-obstructive and constitute the virtues of the Buddha.
2. 正果，如来十身等，此2无碍，以为佛德。
All right, 204. The number 2 virtue of the Buddha is actually himself, the Buddha bodies. So such as his 10 bodies and so forth. That's called the proper fruit. So the virtues manifest of both dependent fruit or the proper fruit. Dependent fruit is the world that we live in, those galaxies, those flower treasuries, worlds, the worlds in that universe. All the worlds in the universe are actually a creation from the Buddha's virtues. Okay? And the proper fruit is then, in these worlds, the Buddha then manifests himself as a Buddha in order to teach living beings. Okay? And what are the, how does he manifest himself? 10 bodies. Buddhas transform themselves into various types of bodies. Okay? On 205. 205. What are the 10 Buddha bodies? Okay, you should know of. Number 1 is the Bodhi body. Okay? What is the Bodhi body? The body that accomplishes enlightenment. So the Buddha manifests whatever body in each world that he has that will enable him to accomplish enlightenment, to realize enlightenment in that particular body. That's why it's called Bodhi body. Okay, the body that realizes that manifests realizing enlightenment. Okay, so that's the Bodhi body. Okay, second body, a body of vows. Body of vows, meaning that in the past, on the path of cultivation, he made countless vows. He vowed to save living beings, all living beings, meaning that he vowed to save humans, he vowed to save cockroaches, he vowed to save elephants, he vowed to save demons, he vowed to save ghosts, and so forth. Okay, so he made these vows. Okay, and one of the vows he made is, he says, I will vow to wait for the right time to appear in the world as in a form of a body. In a vow. So what happened is that he says, until the living beings are ready to be taught by me, ready to be saved by me, I will patiently wait in the Tushita heaven until the conditions are perfect, and I will come to the world and in my body, and in order to save them all. Okay, so this is a vow that will manifest in terms of creating these various types of bodies. So one example I just told you is that he manifests as a body that waits to accomplish Buddhahood, and therefore he sits in the Tushita heaven right now, okay, waiting for his turn. That's one such body. But he also has other bodies as well. For example, he would manifest as a body of a cockroach in order to save cockroaches. Okay, it's not uncommon, for example, that I find that when we practice the Pure Land Dharma doors, okay, in my early days, it doesn't seem to happen nowadays anymore. In the early days, at Blue Mountain Temple, now a small, tiny temple, we would circumambulate, okay, when we recited the Buddha's name. And then quite often I would notice, all of a sudden you see a dead body of a cockroach, a bad body of some bees, okay, or a rat. Okay, we used to, before the Blue Mountain Temple, we used to recite the Buddha's name in the backyard of my brother's house on Saturday morning. So he would recite the sutras, and then we would circumambulate. And since no room in the Buddha hall to circumambulate, 3 or 4 people to circumambulate, so we would walk out in the backyard and we would recite Buddha's name, okay, in the backyard. And one day, as we were circumambulating, okay, all of a sudden I saw a body of a dead rat on Saturday morning, okay? And the funny thing is that it's dead right where in the middle of what the area we use to circumambulate. We have a pattern, okay? When we circumambulate in the backyard, we follow certain pathways to maximize the space available. So we walk around it, and all of a sudden, one weekend, one Saturday morning, I saw a dead rat, okay, in the middle of where we circumambulated. And guess what? It's dead, but it's died with 2 feet like this, like as if it's praying. A praying dead rat. Isn't that cool? And I said, wow, everyone noticed it. And they said, wow, it looks like the rat is praying. He's praying for help, asking for help, asking us to pray, to recite the Buddha's name on his behalf. How is it possible? It's not the only time. It's quite often I see rats. I saw rats. I saw birds, and they are in this prostration, this praying position when they're dead. Okay, how is it possible? It's possible because they're given instruction to come and ask for help. And in order to ask for help, they have to be respectful, so they pray. They assume this praying thing. How can a rat, be in a praying position like this? Have you ever seen a dead rat? I saw a lot of those in Vietnam. They never pray. They never like this. I don't know your experience, right? Never. They just like that, but never like this. It's so respectful. Okay, so that means that these rats, this dead rat in particular, was taught to come and ask for help. Okay? And birds, same thing. They assume, like a praying position as well. Sparrows. Okay, so it's kind of interesting. So it's because the Buddhists and Bodhisattvas don't only manifest in the body of humans. They also come and in the world of rats, of birds, in order to guide them to escape the wheel of reincarnation. Okay, so these bodies will manifest because of past vows. There's a past vow you're making right now. Vows you're making right now. For example, you vow, let's see, what does Thai want to save? Huh? What do you want to save at Thai in the future? What animal would you like to save? Red. What type of animals? I vow to save a lot of pigeons.
Squirrels.
Because I ate a lot of pigeons.
Squirrels.
Squirrels. Me too. I kill a lot of squirrels. So I vow to save a lot of squirrels myself in the future. Okay? And so meaning in the future, when we are able to, we will manifest as king squirrel and then instruct our squirrels to go and ask for help. How is that? That's how it works, folks. Okay? So these things happen, these bodies manifest and are created because of our past vows. All right? So the body of vows is the second type of body. So you have all types of bodies from the limitless amount of vows we made in the past. Okay? So once you become a Buddha, you actually are transforming bodies throughout the universe to fulfill those past vows. So, in other words, Buddhas are very busy. They're all over. Okay? Manifesting countless bodies in order to fulfill their vows. Third type of body is a transformation body. That's Shakyamuni Buddha. Okay? Transformation bodies are what they do is they actually create these androids, if you will, not the Google cell phone operating system, okay? But actually it's an android, iRobot, if you will, okay? And so they create these transformation bodies, the Shakyamuni Buddhas. They create these bodies, these human bodies and so forth in order to come and teach living beings, act like teacher, act like saviors of the world. They could manifest as Jesus, as God, and so forth. Okay? In fact, later you find out that the Christian gods actually another transformation body of the Bodhisattvas. Okay? But I can't tell Daniel everything in advance like that. If he keeps on coming to the temple, he'll pretty soon learn that God's actually one of my buddies. Poor Daniel. Number 4, the dwelling and maintaining body. So, what is dwelling and maintaining body? Those of you who don't read Chinese, okay, no cheating, Apple. Don't look at the Chinese. She's I know. Okay, what is this dwelling and maintaining body? Huh? 3/4 of our temple is at a funeral service. One funeral service and depletes all our attendees. So only left is YongHua here. So I'm going to ask her, what is this body, the dwelling and maintaining body? Huh? Red.
Theo con nghĩ trụ trì thân là một hóa thân của Bồ Tát ứng làm trụ trì để độ cho những người đệ tử tại gia, xuất gia, hữu duyên.
So she says in Vietnamese, okay, that I know Xianran is kind of full. She's ate a lot today. She worked very hard yesterday at funeral service. So today we rotate her out back to the temple to do translation. And I noticed she ate a lot today for lunch. Okay, so I'm going to give her a small break here. Okay, I will translate for YongHua. And she says, this dwelling and maintaining body, okay, and the Vietnamese have, that's why I ask her. They call the abbot the dwelling and maintaining monk. That's why she translated, explained this as the monk, like the old monk who is the abbot of the temple. Okay, wrong. Anyone else who would like to venture a guess? Anyone else who's not Chinese, who does not read Chinese? Can you read Chinese, Xiao Tai? You can? Can you explain to me what this number 4, 住持身, what does it mean? Because, yeah, okay, he doesn't know. Okay, yes, Koreans, do you know? We desperate. There's no one here at the temple. There's more Koreans in Korea than here. Yes? What is this? Oh, there's no Korean translation. Can you get the translation, Sarah? Oh, Sarah. Yeah. Okay? Guess what? This body here, number 4, is actually, after the body dies, after Buddha dies, enters nirvana, he created what? Shariras. And shariras are the dwelling and maintaining bodies. Isn't that fascinating? Huh? Isn't it interesting? You thought about it? Shariras are actually the Buddha's creation. They created these shariras so that they will help the Buddha remain in the world and maintain the Dharma. It's because when people, after the Buddha enters nirvana, the people will see the shariras and they will come and bow to the Buddha, the shariras, and pray to the shariras, and ask for favors from the shariras, and they get the miracles themselves. Because the Buddha decided to create these shariras as a non-living body in order to help living beings. And that's interesting because, for example, in our temple, there's some people who are really believers in relics, okay, in shariras, because now I understand from this explanation on slide 205, they believe in the relics and the shariras because they have tremendous blessings, okay, because these are actually the Buddha bodies. One type of Buddha bodies. Interesting? Yes or no? I feel very lonely today. No one responds to me. Yes, Way Mountain.
Master, if you're in the animal realm or the hungry ghost realm, could you go to the human realm next, or is it possible to go to the heavens or the Pure Land? Is it like a hierarchy? You have to go from animal to the human to the Pure Land?
Yes, good question. Typically, you know the hierarchy of the realms. Lowest realm is the hells, where there are most amount of suffering, lots of torture day and night. So far, so good. Next, so you're in the hells for a long, long time, suffering, your retribution, getting tortured for your bad deeds, bad karmas you create in the past, especially the kind of very heavy karmas. Okay, so you're destined to go to the hell so that, to be tortured and to suffer, okay, for a long, long time. And you go from hell to hell to hell to hell to hell, okay, like neighboring hells, okay. So you start with the hells, and once you go for the hells, after you end your terms in one hell, which lasts actually gazillions, quadrillions of kalpas. Okay, that's a long, long time, a lot of suffering. So for each hell, you stay there for a long, long time. So you finish your term for one hell, then typically you move to the next hell. Okay, typically you go to similar kind of hell, similar kind of severities, or lighter, less severe hells. And so you do your tour of hells, if you will. The hells is like a tour, like in Vietnam. You do there for so long, and you have to come back for second tours and third, and so forth. Okay, and once you're done with all the hells, karmic retributions, then you move to the next level, which is hungry ghosts. Okay, and you're there for a long, long time as well. Hungry ghosts are typically the in-living beings who are extremely hungry, who are extremely thirsty. And how thirsty and hungry are they? They are thirsty and hungry for millions or hundreds of millions or billions of years. They're thirsty. Imagine, young man, you're thirsty, right? You ask mommy, can I have some? You like Coke? I hope not. Ah, good boy. What do you like when you like to drink when you're thirsty? Water. You see, he's going to become a good monk in the future. Only monks drink water when they're thirsty. Okay? So these ghosts, these hungry ghosts, are thirsty for millions and billions of years. There's no relief for them, and they're still thirsty and thirsty. Okay? They don't die of thirst, they're just very thirsty. They're very hungry for a long, long time. Okay? That's their torture, that's their retribution. And after the hungry ghost realms, you move to animal realms. So you actually are ascending, in other words. Okay? So the question is, so from the animal realms, okay, can you go to the heavens, or can you go to the Pure Land? Directly, without going through the human realm, without going through the intermediary destinies? And the answer is yes, absolutely. Why? Because of the natural progression is because of the less severe retribution. So it's naturally you suffer the worst pain, and then next level of pain will be not as unbearable. The next level is even less and more bearable, and so forth. So that's a natural progression through this wheel reincarnation. Okay, that's by default. Usually is the case. However, there's some cases where there are leaps, where you don't need to go through that progression. How is it possible? Because interventions. It happened because of some causes, some intervention. Instead of progressing through the natural consecutive orders, you can have leaps. Okay? So that's the same thing in meditation. When you practice meditation, you can also do gradual improvement. But also because the intervention from your good know advisor, he can give you certain teaching Dharma that enables you to leap. Similarly, in terms of revolution in the wheel, same thing. you're supposed to go through the natural progression of the wheels. It rolls and rolls and rolls naturally. But every now and then, okay, you hit a big rock and boom, you jump. Okay, so that's possible for you to go and skip the consecutive phases. Okay, and yes, animal realms and ghosts can go directly to the Pure Land as well, or go to the heavens themselves. All right, number 5, back to 205, slide 205. The body adorned with fine marks. This refers to the body of the Buddha that's adorned by countless the fine marks. And for example, the reward body, you heard of the Buddha has 3 so he chooses to manifest his body that's very adorned. Okay, so this is like the Buddhist concept of beautiful bodies, if you will. Okay, number 6, the powers body. What is this powers body? This body here is manifested. The Buddha manifests so that he can use these various types of bodies out of kindness and compassion to cross over living beings. Okay, he, for example, he could. What are an example of powers body you can think of? Okay, I let the girls have a break. I'm going to ask the men now. Any volunteers? What kind of powers body you think the Buddhas might use? Yes, Red.
I wasn't paying attention. What was the purpose of the powers body?
The powers body is the body that he manifests so that he can use his heart mind of kindness and compassion and cross living beings. Yeah, yellow.
So I don't know, but it makes me think of Guan Yin, how she's like a powerful transformation body of Dharma light, something Tathagata.
Very good, along the same line. Guan Yin not only appears as Guan Yin, okay, and her spiritual powers, but here she also manifests as a king. She has 32 different more bodies, okay, that she uses to transform, okay, and not only the transformation of those bodies, but also it has it manifests miracles, you will. There's some miraculous powers to save these living beings. So it's a show-off body, if you will. Okay, it's to show off. Okay, for some living beings, they don't say, don't talk to me about principles, don't talk to me about wisdom, just save me. Give me food. Give me money. Turn me into a king. Okay? And after that, once I become a king, I will teach I will make Buddhism the national religion. And force everyone to become Buddhists. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why the Buddha said, okay, in that case, I would send you my powers body so that I can give you miracles. Okay, so actually it's more than that, because those people, his people, are ready to be taught. Okay, yeah. All right, so it's inexpedient. Number 7, as you will body. Okay? These are the bodies that, according to Chinese, says before you become enlightened. So you don't need to become enlightened at all. Before you become enlightened, you can manifest the different types of bodies as you wish. Okay? This is some kind of spiritual powers where they say, I want to appear like a cicada. Okay? And you become a cicada and you go, ee, and the other cicadas look at you and say, oh, how beautiful. I believe in Buddhism. Why? I have no idea. Cicada language. Okay, so as your will body here is there. Actually, they wish for something. They wish to have a human body, and they go through some woman's belly, and then be born a boy. Okay, so that's called as you will body. Okay, or Way Mountain question.
Master, so Master YongHua is a transformation body of which bodhisattva, you know?
Which bodhisattva? Let me think. There's so many bodhisattvas. Okay, I wish I were transformation body of a bodhisattva. Otherwise, if I were transformation body of bodhisattva, why would I be so poor? Okay? It would be such a waste of time to come to the world and be so poor. You can't even, you can't even reach, your lecture is attended by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. It's not a good use of bodhisattva's time, don't you think? 5 people? Seriously? Okay, you see, so proof right there is this probably very low level bodhisattva, if at all. All right, number, but you see, so this as you will body here is the body of the people who are not enlightened. Amazingly, the Buddha is so precise. He says, I have one of my bodies, the body that are created by the people that by the power that create those bodies are actually very low level powers. Okay, so you see that's amazing. That's why you see miracles out there. Because it doesn't take a lot of, at low levels you have miracles. You're going to have as you will bodies already. Number 8, the body of blessings and virtues. So what is this body of blessings and virtues? It's a very interesting concept. You see, the Chinese, they have all these secrets, state secrets. I don't know why they bother coming to the West and try, steal secrets from us. They have all the secrets in the world. And they come here and get this stuff from us. For what? So that's why they come here. And what do? We go to the Chinese scriptures and steal the secrets. Okay? I call it fair game. Give them a small thing, we get the big things. Okay, so this body blessing virtue based on the Chinese wisdom is that how do you have this body here? You have this body by entering samadhi. When you enter samadhi, you are a body of blessings and virtue. How's that? That's how you get rich, folks. Daniel think getting rich is I have to work hard and study hard and all those things. No, you teach your kids to enter samadhi. You're creating blessings for themselves. That's how they get richer down the road. And some mothers are thinking of saying, can I make sure my kids get rich this lifetime? I don't have that knowledge. If I have that knowledge, I would sell it, don't you think? What I give you is free because I don't know how to really use all this information. Okay. I'm counting heads. You see 5 people here, 4 people in Wei Mountain Temple, 5 people in Korea, okay? And I'm a bodhisattva, transformation body? Seriously? What a stupid question. Yes, yellow.
You have 25 people online, Master. And then invisible beings. And little animals.
Yeah, there are infinite number, countless invisible living beings, I like to think. That's my excuse. That's why we're doing this, okay? Otherwise, serious, I know, with all due respect, less than 20 people for all the investment, video and audio equipment and internet and, you know, and Google Drive and, you know, all this. Not a good business. Okay? So, body number 8, okay? Folks, this is why you have to understand why we're doing this. When you practice chant, when you listen to sutras, when you recite Buddha's name, you enter samadhi. Yes, you can enter samadhi while listening to sutra lectures, by the way. You can. Okay? Lectures are also designed to help you enter samadhi as well. Because when you enter samadhi, okay, you are creating a lot of blessings for yourself. And you are doing a lot of good. Virtues here, body of blessing, virtues here. Virtues here refers to doing good with it. Okay? So those of you who say the husband are complaining, how come you abandon me and go to the temple on the weekends instead of spending time with me? And you tell him, I'm working on my body of blessings and virtue. Okay? And when we get divorced, you get half of it. Okay, number 9. The wisdom body. And the wisdom body here is that the body created from your wisdom. You have 4 kinds of wisdom. In particular, something called the great, perfect mirror wisdom. Okay, what does it do? Why is it called great, perfect mirror wisdom? Oh, what happened to Jung? He ate and he disappeared? Wait a minute. We're desperate for attendees. He ate a lot today, didn't he? Anyway, never mind. Let's not get distracted. Wisdom body here is the body created by wisdom. Okay? This body creating wisdom is that this body here, its particular strengths is that the body is created in order to what? unfold your wisdom to make you become enlightened. Or plant the seeds for your big enlightenment. The other bodies are like fun. You know, they say, oh, let's play with boys that plays with cicadas, you know, and let's go become a god of entertainment, you know, movie director. Huh? Aren't they god of entertainment? Okay. Anyway, Harvey Weinstein's, that kind of thing. Okay, so you create all those things for fun, but actually it's a real deal. Here's number 9, the wisdom body. Is that this body is created out of wisdom. The wisdom here, what for? This body here is created in order to help all of the Koreans become enlightened. Koreans say, They're so excited, you can tell. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so that's what it's for. Help us become enlightened or plant the seeds for big enlightenment. All right? So, for example, I swear to you, do you know of people who actually are wisdom bodies? Who? Master YongHua is one of them. Yes? Clearly, he's a wisdom body. Bodhisattvas, great bodhisattvas, have wisdom bodies. Who else can you think of? 6 Beicha, Chan people, just boring Chinese. Okay, very good. 6 Beicha, another wisdom body. Who else? Look close to home. Yellow.
I was thinking like Mazu and...
Mazu, another Chan person. Everywhere else. Huh? Jingliang, closer to home. Jingliang clearly, Great Master Jingliang clearly is wisdom body because it's helping us become a Buddha. All right? Excellent. Number 10, Dharma body. Dharma body, okay. Don't forget, Dharma body is the real body, the Buddhas, and that's this whole universe. Wei Mountain has a question.
Master, there were 2 different times at Wei Mountain Temple where I experienced a hallucination. Is that entering samadhi or is that entering something?
What were you using?
I was sober. It was during the sutra lectures. And,
Repeat that. What does that mean?
it was during the sutra lectures, and I saw some hallucinations at the altar, and saw the TV move one time, and then one time I saw.
What did you have for lunch? So you saw a picture of where? In Wei Mountain Temple?
Pastor, I saw everything started like melting and turning into liquid and turned into like a big form of energy at the altar. Or where
right now?
Not right now, but 2
when?
different times.
2 different times? At
Yes,
Wei
sir.
Mountain Temple?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's true. That's all I have to say. And what's the question again, sir?
Was that what kind of state was that entering samadhi or entering some kind of state?
Yeah, just a state. You have hallucination, as you said. Listen to yourself. You ask a question and give yourself your own answers. It's just a hallucination. Okay? Yes.
Oh, Master, in terms of the wisdom body, I could think of Master YongHua is giving us the seed of becoming a Buddha through Avatamsaka lecture right now.
Am I a wisdom body? Absolutely. Let me work on that. All right. So this hallucination, wouldn't that be cool to have this? It happens a lot, Malcolm. And when people come to my temple, they're not normal. They see all kinds of strange things. They see light, they see energy, they see Guanyin Bodhisattva, they see Buddha, they see my face turning red, this woman here, this lady here, who's falling asleep. She saw my face turning red, and that kind of thing. Hallucinations happen. So I wouldn't take it seriously, okay? The main thing, though, I need to warn Malcolm here, is into these things, these strange manifestations, okay? It's a cool thing, okay? Let it happen and don't attach any importance to it, okay? It's no big deal. And those things come and go. So let's face it, ultimately, what is seeing all these meltings in the altar and energy coalescing and moving around? What does it do for you? It doesn't make you any money. It doesn't bring you a wife. Okay? It doesn't buy you a plane ticket. So it's no big deal. Okay? Keep the big picture in mind. Don't be impressed by it. Okay? And besides, when you talk like that, people think you're crazy. But it happens. Typically, these are called, not hallucinations, by the way. When you say hallucination, it's drug-related. Or you're crazy. But these visions, better to use the term visions, these visions are normal. You will see them. There are two kinds of visions. Actually, vision you actually see, okay? They're actually physical visions that you can see with your spiritual eye. That's normal, okay? When you meditate, you open these spiritual eyes. That's why it's not uncommon for you to have visions. You see things that you don't normally see. Okay, so that's because your eyes shift, and the eye that has a certain proper frequency will open up, and then you see, and then you get excited. Oh, look at that! How wonderful! And it closes right away, and that's it. It's gone. Okay. So it's no big deal. That's why I don't, it's not a big deal at all. That's quite typical. And the other is basically from your memory. Okay. Either way, it's not a big deal. All right. Any other questions? Yes. Yellow.
I just have a quick question. 2 nights ago, I had a dream, and there was, I think maybe he was a monk, and because I saw an old lecture of yours where you said that where people think the third eye is not where it really is. And I saw that how there's 5 spiritual eyes, and I saw that they were like right here. Is that where they're really at? Or was my dream just like not right, not correct?
Spirit eyes are right there. Yeah, there are lots of eyes right there too. Yeah. But again, if you practice the hands and eyes, you have 1,000 eyes all over the body. Okay? So it's no big deal. Again, you guys are so enamored by these eyes things. To me, I'm a lot more tactical than you. When I have an eye, oh, look at them, they're back already. Okay, go eat lunch. For me, spiritual eye, I don't care. It's just, where's the money? Where's the beef? So like to me, the eye is useless in that the eye helps me look at where the treasure. Give me, kind of like, you go there and dig up and you see, a pot of gold. That is what the eyes are for, to me. Otherwise, for me to have visions of this, of that, it's like, it only cost me $10 to go see a movie. Why do I have to open an eye just to look at things? You see, I'm too Americanized, unfortunately. So I'm not easily impressed. Okay? I would be impressed if somehow I open, like you put it, third eye. These people, they call themselves third eye, fourth eye, fifth eye, something. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, but let's say the third eye or the fourth eye. Okay? You open the fourth eye and say, this week's super lotto numbers are 15, 47, 00. That would be useful. Don't you think? I mean, all right, never mind. But it's cool to talk about. It's fun over a glass of beer, and so forth. But ultimately, it doesn't do anything. All right, there also, when you talk about 10 bodies, okay, you also should know about the next 10 groups of bodies the Buddhas also have. Okay? They are living beings' body. We are part of the Buddha. So far, so good. Wei Mao. Wow, these people work hard. They left at 9:30, and they're back at 1:30. They probably are hungry, huh? Wow. Wei Mao, go ahead. It takes that long
From
to burn a
Bosco.
body?
So for laity, what kind of body do we have?
What kind of bodies do ladies have? Lay people, what kind of body? What kind of body? The person who asked, what kind of body do you have? Huh? Lay people, what kind of body do you have? Vietnamese body, Chinese body, undetermined body, all kinds of bodies. I don't understand the question. You wondering what kind of bodies you have? I don't know how to answer that. Would you mind asking your mother, what kind of body do I have? She's going to slap you. What's the matter with you? Am I missing something here? What kind of body do I have? What kind of body do ladies have? What kind of bodies do monks have? Yes, Red.
Quick question, Master. For the Buddha's power body, does that body go through birth and death as well, or is it just like a temporary transformation?
The Buddha's body, if we are the Buddha's body, does it mean he goes through birth and death?
The power body, the power body?
The power body before.
Yeah, I think that's number 6, the power's body.
Not always. It depends on how he wants to use it. For example, this power body is here for them to use short term. They just poof, that's it. But there are some cases where they actually became Gandhi, for example. They say, I'm going to come and save all the Indians from the British. Okay? So he has to go through birth and death and stick around for quite a while. So it varies. Okay? All right. Can we go back to slide 206? There's so many bodies, 20 of them. Hi, guys. Hi. Have lunch, huh? Yeah. Okay. There you go. They look happier today than yesterday. Yesterday, they're crying. Okay. So, living being's body. Okay, so that's a Buddha body. We are all part of the Buddha's body. All right, number 2, country body. Okay, country body here refers to the insentient world. Okay, meaning all the material worlds. That includes the red cars, your houses, your bitcoins. Okay, all those things are the country body. So please do not disregard the bitcoins or the cryptocurrencies. That's part of the Buddha's body. Touch somebody's nerve. Yes, Green.
Master, as your disciple, I strongly urge you to tell your disciples to only invest in Bitcoin. The other coins are scams.
So, did you buy into Bitcoin too? No, she's started to investigate and jump in a bandwagon before it's too late. Yes, sir, Green. Do you own Bitcoin?
A little bit.
A little bit is how many bits?
I don't know, Master. We talk later, maybe.
A little bit is, 1 bit is like $50,000 nowadays. 2 bits is $100,000. That's wealthy to me. So, a little bit is a lot of money.
But
yes.
we have another member, Andres, in the assembling, who dreamed about Ada, I think. So the different, otherwise
the ADA?
ADA, whatever the ADA. That is.
So. Oh, I see.
There are conflicting
He actually dreamt of it?
Huh?
Did he have a target? Did he see a target price?
I don't know. I think he said he dreamed something about it, and he brought it, and then it went up right after.
He bought and went up.
Yeah. So the person who dreamed Green Dragon, some person.
That must be ADA. The Green Dragon must be the ADA. Okay. Okay, so remember, cryptocurrencies is a country body. Isn't that cool? It's so much fun, huh? Country bodies. Number 3, actually, when I read country bodies, I couldn't understand what it meant. I said, does it mean Afghanistan? But no, country body is actually all the material things, okay? So what happened is that 1 or 2 are complementary. Living beings' body are all sentient bodies, the living beings, and country bodies are all the insentient beings, okay? Meaning all the material things. That's kind of interesting. Number 3, karmic retribution body, okay? What are they? They are the bodies that we obtain from our karmas, our karmic retributions. What karmic retribution? Meaning that this body we obtain in order to undergo our retributions. So, for example, Jumi's husband is an example of karmic retribution body. Not funny, huh? Koreans don't find it funny at all. Xian Kung likes it. Xian Kung laughs in the back, but I can't see her laugh. I can hear her voice. Okay? The body retribution is that you have this body in order to undergo the retribution. Okay? Could be good or bad. Okay? You guys, the Koreans, are laughing at me. They think it's a bad thing, but actually, the husband feels it's a good retribution. Oh, that's funny. Yes, Black.
Master, isn't that most of the living beings' body are also karmic retribution body? Most living beings are here because of their karmic retributions.
Yes, absolutely. They're all karmic retributions. However, this is, in particular, is to, the primary purpose is to undergo karmic retributions. Okay, that's why these bodies are manifested, are attained, to pay back. Okay, in particular, for example, when you settling the debts towards others, that's when you have these karmic retribution bodies. The primary purpose is to settle the debts. Okay, whereas, for example, the country body is not necessarily designed to settle the debts. Okay, or living being's body is necessarily to undergo karmic retributions. It's just force of nature, if you will. Okay, does it make sense? This is very specific. This body you attain here is, oh, Tuan is there. Eat something, Tuan. Yeah, poor guy. Yeah, yeah. Your wife told you to go to work? Not yet. No, I wouldn't believe it. She's too sweet. Yeah. She will give you food first. Anyway, so this karmic retribution here is just to settle the debts, both the good and the bad. Okay? Number 4, sound hearer body. Okay? They are the bodies such as the Arhats body. Okay, these people become Arhats, and that's right now. For example, Anthony is not sound hearer body yet until you become an Arhat. Is that clear? Below that, you are a living being body. Okay, let's not confuse the two. Number 5, body of one enlightened to conditions, okay? Meaning that Pratyeka Buddha. You become Pratyeka Buddha, then you are body type number 5. So in Buddhism, we don't have pear shapes, we don't have apple shape, we don't have banana shape, but we have body shape number 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10. Okay? It's supposed to be a joke. Oh, never mind. Number 6, Bodhisattva body. Okay? And we're not taking questions on Wade Mountain Temple. If asked about, is Master a Bodhisattva body? Is that the question? Okay, go ahead then.
Master, this is from Emily. It's off topic. Since I have been crossing my legs as much as possible every day, in this past week I noticed my heart racing, and it also feels like a lot of chi running on full speed. I would normally be quiet working, but when someone does or says something that triggers me where I would suddenly respond like I'm mad or rude because my words comes out loud, is there a way or perhaps a hand and eye number that I can use to calm it down so I would not sound so offensive? I also feel like I'm on constant caffeine high. I tested myself out by not drinking coffee to see if it makes a difference. And it still seems like I'm running on caffeine, except I get burnt out later in the day. She sits sleep at night.
Repeat the question. Boys and girls, that's a teacher's trick. When they ask you long questions, make them repeat it. a few times.
She sits, sleep, and she tries to cross her leg throughout the day, and her energy is so high that that she sounds offensive when she talks to people. She comes off offensive. So she's wondering if there's a hands and eyes that could help calm her down.
No, there's only one thing that calms her down: shave her head. I don't know if their hands or eyes will calm her down. Hands and eyes actually are exciting. When you do hands and eyes, oh, I'm saving the world, I'm saving the world, I'm saving cicadas, I'm saving rats, okay, I'm sending people to the Pure Land, I'm making money. So what do you do when you have so much energy? Huh? What do? Keep at it. It's a good thing. Okay? Eventually, it's a natural thing because, for example, when you do a Chan Qi, which we will do soon, starting in November, so the end of the year Chan Qi, my goodness, it's almost the end of the year already. Anyone coming out Chan Qi, by the way? Okay, yeah, very good. A small advertisement here. So when you do a Chan Qi, you have so much Qi that I used to have this problem too myself. I had so much Qi when I was doing a Chan Qi. That's why I don't do Chan Qi anymore, by the way. I have too much Qi. And then I talk to people, I snap at people and say, what do you say? Oh, excuse me. Could you repeat that, please? It's natural. When you have so much energy, it's natural for you to come out like that. And the last time I did it, one of my best friends, best friend from high school, he doesn't talk to me anymore. So yes, there is some consequences there's a price to pay when you have excess energy and your voice, you sound, you're louder, you are more actually scary because you're so strong. You look at people, why do you look at me like that? I said, no, I'm just being myself. No, you were staring at me. I can sense it. I said, no, I didn't mean anything by that. No, that's the way it is, okay? So why does this woman want to reduce it? I don't get it. It's just like we teach them to build up the chi, and then they build up the chi and say, no, I don't like this. Can you teach me a way to tone it down? No. You build up the chi and you find a man who likes it. Ooh, she's so strong. I've never met a lady who's like that. This is the first police woman who treats me this way. Oh, God. People are never happy. Don't ever consider becoming a Dharma speaking monk. It's too much work. They're never happy. He helped them become enlightened, saying, can I do it faster? You could have taught me a little faster. I'm sorry, that's as far as you can go. Then can I get to a high level, please? They're never happy. Yes, Wei Mao.
Shen An is asking, when you have so much energy, can you use that much energy in order to make progress?
Another one. Okay, here's what I do. Okay, when you have so much energy, go take a cold shower. It works too. You jump in the shower, oh, it's a man joke. And these girls would not appreciate it. What do you do when you have so much energy? Master Xianjie, he's just exact opposite. You look at Xianjie. What do you do? Don't you wish you have energy like they? Huh? Seriously. Wouldn't you like to have that kind of energy?
Yeah, I guess I don't have that problem.
But don't you wish, it's not my question. My question, don't you wish you have such energy?
Yeah, it sounds good.
I have to tell him you should wish it. I mean, you're not helping. No, you just said, yeah, I want it. No, you said, yeah, it sounds good. Can we talk Chicago policewoman from toning it down, or we should tone it down? You know, Wei Mao.
Emily is asking because she's getting in trouble at work.
She's getting in trouble? Okay. Then don't meditate so much. Don't overdo it. And that's a common, use your common sense, first of all, okay? The first rule of thumb in cultivation is this woman is in such a hurry to become enlightened. Listen, if you become enlightened right now, how can you function as a policewoman? So take it easy. Don't go so fast. Sit sleep at night. What's the matter with you? Seriously. You're some kind of monk or something? Lay people, you're supposed to lie down. I never heard of lay people sit sleeping. What's the matter with you? The monks and nuns, God, listen. Koreans are much more reasonable. Policewoman is not, okay? The Americans are crazy, especially people from Illinois. Lay people are not supposed to sit sleep. Do you realize that? It's not normal for lay people to sit sleep. Sleeping is for left home people. You know why Master YongHua taught his left home people to sit sleep? Because sit sleeping, he had a lot of people, Caucasian people. And the Caucasian people, sexual desire very high. Okay? And because of the high level of sexual desire, okay, so he taught them to sit sleep. And when you have high level of sexual desire, you can use the sit sleeping will reduce it during the day. Okay? So that's why his students were taught to sit sleep. I personally don't like to sit sleep because I have very low sexual desire. I mean, so if you, I mean, not me, it's not about me. I just use an example. If you have low sexual desire, okay, you shouldn't sit sleep. So ask the policewoman, do you have high or low sexual desire? Yeah, Koreans are shocked. In America, we talk about anything. Okay? Yeah. And that's what Mahayana is about. Okay? If we can't talk about it, then it's not Mahayana. See, all of a sudden, Chicago girl doesn't want to answer anymore. See? Okay. Then I don't have to answer her, do I? What is the matter with these people? Okay, listen. Can we talk? Okay, since Chicago lost interest, I ask, just between us, between the five of us, okay, here today. I know, it's so sad. So, we put on all this money, all this, and for 5 people, oh my God. 6, yeah, it's back. Number 6, so sorry, yeah. 6 people. Duh. I think the money is better put into cryptocurrencies, bitcoins. Anyway, let's talk, about this. Suppose you have a lot of energy, okay? And suppose you go to work, and because you have so much energy, you yell. You go home, you yell at your kids, say, eat your cereal. Don't bother mommy. Mommy is working. That's natural because you have so much energy. That's how it comes out. Okay? And then what happens? Yes, Black.
Then it's gone because you're wasting it.
No. Mommy, it's not how you should handle it. Mommy says, I yell at you, I'm sorry. I yell at you, but it's gone now. It's no longer a problem. No, you apologize, that's all. I'm sorry, Mommy is sorry. Okay, same thing. You go to work, you snap at someone, and you say, oh, I just snapped at you, didn't I? Oh, you like it or not? You don't like it? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay? And you talk about how kind-hearted you are, how reasonable you are. Okay? And this is a temporary state you're going through, temporary phase you're going through. Okay? And you can discuss it over, a glass of milk, a cup of coffee. Okay? And there's so many ways to fix it. This woman says, I just yelled at you. Now I don't know what to do. If you like that, you can sit sleep and you can meditate all day, and you won't be enlightened because part of this process is as you go through this, and let's say you snap at people and you offend people because of your excess energy, then learn to resolve that problem. Apologize. Give them advance warning. I said, I'm these days, this part of the month, I'm not normal. And they immediately understand. You know what I'm talking about? Huh? Yes, Black.
When I used to still going to Chanchi and then sit long, and then I come back to work. I remember, and then actually the first couple of weeks, maybe after Chanchi, I would also sleep because there was just a lot of energy from the Chanchi. So, and I was meditating a lot, and I went to work. I remember I did have a lot of actual energy, but I was actually pretty easy to work with. I think I was just generally happier, more optimistic, better at working with people.
No, that's not policewoman. You're different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point being that each person is different. You work with the circumstances. That's part of cultivation. Okay? It's not cultivation. It has to be only one way. I have to be gentle. I have to be nice. No. Sometimes you're unpleasant. Sometimes you're nice. Okay? That's part of practice. Don't say, I don't want, I only want a certain way. Yes, Wei Mao.
Master, from Emily, she says she's not high sexually. And she said it would be good to be enlightened, so I don't need to wait to be a nun.
The sex part, we have to take it offline, okay? Good Lord, this woman is not normal. I don't think she make a good nun anyway. No. It's you see, if I were her, and I'm not, thank you. Okay, if I were her, okay, if I, now I'm aware that I have a lot of energy and I tend to have snapped at people, and then you apologize in advance. You say, right now I'm kind of scary. Please be forewarned. I bite, but don't take it personally. Okay, if I do, okay, buy me a cup of coffee to calm me down, that kind of thing, and because I mean no harm. So you use everything. That's part of cultivation. If she thinks she can become enlightened, doing sleeping and scaring people, and not know how to solve it, she cannot become enlightened, let me tell you. Agree? How can you become enlightened? Enlightenment is wisdom. Wisdom is that you know how to solve that problem right there. You don't know how to solve it, you will not become enlightened. Okay? Yeah. So typically, it's nothing wrong with snapping at people and so forth. You just apologize before, after, explain yourself, and say, maybe I'm a little bit high-strung because maybe I drank too much coffee. Okay, don't tell them you sleep. Oh, good Lord, never. Okay, never admit that. Even though you have sexual desire, you never know. You might need a husband. All right, so the Koreans are shocked. I say, my God, do Americans talk about everything? And they all look down. No, we don't talk about it here. Yes, Chicago. Mới mà ông tham.
I have told my coworkers I'm PMSing. I've also said I'm overwhelmed, so stop giving me more work. I don't have sexual desire.
Then you're almost enlightened already. Keep it up. Don't give up. It's very hard not to have sexual desire. That's not normal either. Anyway, to me, it should be taken offline and explained a little bit further because we can't really talk back and forth via Xian Shun right there. Okay? But the point here is if she feels she's in trouble, it's because she's doing something wrong. It's not necessarily because from having too much energy, from snapping at people. There's something else. Okay, like what she just said. You said, "Don't give me more work." That should be said in a different kind of tone. Okay, in general. If you are on the field and you hold a gun, someone you can talk to people in that tone. Don't talk to me like that. Okay. Don't give me any more work. Don't give me any hassle. I will cuff you up, drag you by your hair. Okay? But at work, you can't talk to people like that. Don't you think? I mean, it's not normal. That's why, in a way, it's from first blush, first glance, you see that the way you talk to people at work, you shouldn't tell them, don't give me more work. There's a better way to communicate the same point. make the same point. Send us a message across without sounding offensive, if you will. Okay? So the message itself is offensive. On top of it, the excess energy makes it even worse. Okay? So it's not the excess energy, but it's the message itself, the way it's conveyed, the content of the message is what got you in trouble, not necessarily the excess energy. Okay? Because if the message is good and they like you, then it doesn't matter. They will forgive you and will accept everything you do. Okay? Accept any kind of abuse from you. That's all. Okay? But this should be taken offline because we can't. It's a lot of question back and forth. Okay? Because for this, she needs help to understand what is a trigger that offended, what really is the thing that made them offended, not necessarily the chi itself. Okay, but haven't said that. There is also another aspect of it. Now you're aware. Okay, so at first years ago, I realized that my chi is so much doing a Chan chi that I tend to snap at people. My disciples complain. He said, Master, when you do the Chan chi, you snap at us. Okay? So it's a natural thing. So once you realize you're snapping at people and you have so much energy, then that awareness right there will help you not waste it. Because snapping at people unintentionally is wasting your energy. So now you learn, now you're aware of that, you have so much energy, and you say, okay, you pre-program yourself not to snap at people so that the energy is not wasted. Okay? So there's so many ways to deal with it. But to ask for a way to lower the level of energy is not advisable. All right, moving on. Thus come one body, number 7. Okay, this is the body of the Buddha. Okay, number 8, wisdom body. Okay, like before. Number 9, Dharma body. Okay, that's the so thus come one body is like the Shakmina Buddha body. Wisdom body is like we talked about before, and then the Dharma body is like we talked before, and the empty space body. Okay, is like we haven't talked about before. Way Mountain question.
Master, what was the country body again? It's not a human body. It's more of the environment.
The country.
What is it?
The country body includes United States, includes China, includes the Himalayas. So basically, country body is the material body. Okay, there are two types of worlds. The world that has sentient beings, meaning the beings that have emotions, feelings, called sentient. Okay, and the insentient beings, which are the beings that have no emotions, meaning material world. So the material world is actually a country body. Why is it called country body? I really have no idea. Okay, the Buddha, in his wisdom, decided to call it country body. Okay, but actually it's the immaterial world. The material world, the world where the things, the world of things. All right? Empty space body, okay, or the body of empty space. All right, so of these 10 bodies, they are further categorized as number 1 living body belongs to the sentient beings body. Country body, number 2 country body belongs to the material world. Okay, the 3rd body, karmic retribution body, belongs to the living beings body, sentient beings, sound hearers, the body enlightened to conditions. The bodhisattva body belongs to the sentient world. Okay, and 7, the third common body belongs to the body of enlightenment. Number 8, wisdom body belongs to the body, the world of enlightenment. Number 9 as well, and number 10 as well. So further, these 10 bodies can be regrouped into 3 types of bodies, 3 types of world: the sentient world, the insentient world, and the world of enlightenment. All right? So if you are a sentient being, that means you are not enlightened. Okay? So in Mahayana is very clear. There's clear separation until you become enlightened, meaning until you become a bodhisattva. Then you really still belong to the sentient beings world, meaning you really don't have any wisdom yet. Yes, Black.
Master, here in the number 6, it says the bodhisattva body is the sentient world.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. The bodhisattvas. Until you become a Buddha. Okay, until you become a Buddha, you are not part of the proper enlightenment yet. Okay, it's a different class by itself. Okay, the Buddha's world is a class by himself. It's nothing like the Buddha's world. Okay, below that, there's a wide range. Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you for pointing it out to me. 207. These 2 are non-obstructive and constitute the virtues of the Buddha. Okay, meaning that this is a concept here is very important. These are non-obstructive. The presence of one, the existence of one, does not inhibit the presence of the other. Okay, the other virtues. Okay, virtues 1 is dependent virtue. Virtue number 2 is a proper virtue. These 2 are mutually non-obstructive. One does not inhibit the others. Okay, so they can coexist together without interfering with each other. Wei Mountain.
Master, for Shu Kong body, does that mean it is for Chan cultivation purposes?
Is it for Chan cultivation purposes? No, it isn't. Because when you become a Buddha, you don't need to cultivate Chan anymore. All right? So when you become a Buddha, according to this classification here, you have the Buddhas like Shakmini Buddha, that's bottom number 7. Number 8, you have the bodies of wisdom. Okay, the Buddha's wisdom is itself a body. Okay, number 9, you have the Dharma body, which is everything we talked about. And number 10, there's something called emptiness, empty space body, meaning whatever is empty in this universe, that's part of something called empty space body. All right. This is a world where, unfortunately, I can't help you. I don't really know why he would have empty space body. You have to ask the Buddha. Okay? You just should be aware of it, that maybe someday it'll be clearer as we learn more about the state of Buddhas and why Buddhas need to have these 4 types of bodies. Okay? Especially empty space body. I don't know why he would need it. But he clearly needs number 7, which is basically a transformation body. And number 8 is wisdom body, meaning he has his wisdom. Okay? It's actually itself considered a body. Okay? And the Dharma body, fine, I understand that. But why the empty space body? What's its use, empty space? You have to ask the Buddha why he needs to have something called empty space. What does he use it for? Okay? I don't know. Because the sutras talk about all these things, 3, 7, 8, and 9. But I'm not familiar with the number 10, empty space body. All right? 207, okay, they are mutually non-obstructive. And this is a reference for you Chinese. Again, I try to give you more information for you who are Chinese, who are familiar with the language. It has more details than we can have time to discuss. It's for your reference. There's a lot more, okay? A lot more. That's the first type, and we don't have the second type. Why there's empty space body? Number 9, Xikung okay, so according, you see, we just found the answer here. For the empty space body, okay, it says here, according to the dictionary, Buddhist dictionary, okay, it says, a 9-crown Bodhisattva, his body is actually infinite, okay? And it pervades everything. And that's why it's called empty space body. Why? I have no idea. I'm struggling with filling up Gold Forest Temple. Why do I have no clue how to, fill up Gold Forest Temple, and you ask me to fill up everywhere with my body? Way beyond my realm. Next, 209. 10 more minutes. Concerning a non-obstruction, dependent, and proper, together are 6 propositions.
然一正无碍，通有6句。
Okay, now remember, the great master says, this concept of a non-obstruction, between dependent and proper virtues. Okay, there's these 6 aspects, okay? The 6 principles. Shall we go into them? Okay, he's very detailed. This is kind of cool wisdom. 211. 1. Within the dependent, there manifests the dependent, like seas of kshetras within dust motes.
一内现一，如城中刹海。
So when you talk about, in 212, when you talk about the non-obstructiveness between dependent and proper virtues, he says, actually there's 6 aspects, 6 principles why they are considered non-obstructive. Okay, number one is that that dependent does not obstruct dependent. Okay, meaning what? Again, this is Buddha's wisdom. Okay, only the Buddhists can see this, and so that's why he's sharing with us his glimpse of the Buddha's vision, which is what the scientists would never be able to see this, ever document this. That's impossible for them. Okay, so this is the Buddhist secret, the Buddhist wisdom that we are learning from the Avatamsaka Sutra. Actually, this is the only place where you learn about this. Okay, he says our world is called the Sa world. It's on the 13th tier of the lotus flower banner world system, which has a total of 20 tiers. So our world is in this thing called the lotus flower banner world, okay, which is one of the infinite number of those things, okay, this group of worlds, okay. The world in the universe are very orderly. They're not random at all. They appear to be random to the scientists. They can't figure out in this Milky Way galaxy why things explode, things appear, and so forth. But in the Buddha's eye, in this universe, everything is orderly. Okay? It's well organized. Okay? The world, the universe is very orderly. It's not haphazard at all. It's not chaotic at all. All right? So he says, in our world, okay, is on the 13th tier. So get used to it. These concepts are interesting. And within each particle of dust can appear seeds of kshetras as many as dust motes. Meaning what? Every single dust mote you see right there, okay, in the air, okay, within that dust mote, there are infinite number of worlds. Okay? And infinite number of this part called Lotus Flower Banner World System. That's how infinite the universe really is. How are you going to measure that? How are you going to tabulate that? You see, only the Buddha has a wisdom. He can see all that. We can't. There's no way for us to see it. Okay? Bodhisattvas can't even see that. Okay? All right. And inside is, okay, so you see how wonderful it is. This is minute thing here. We think to us is minute. Actually, the Buddhas look into this and say, oh, there are so many infinite number of those flower treasury worlds. Okay? Yeah. 2:13. We have a few more minutes, and then we need to wrap it up so that these people, these good folks, can finish their funeral service for their loved one. 2, within the proper, they manifest the proper, like hair pores manifesting Buddhas.
2. 正内现正，如毛孔现佛。
Okay, so the first non-obstruction is that you have each dust mote there in the air. Within a dust mote, you zoom into that, you use your microscope, you zoom into it, you see infinite number of worlds, first of all. Okay? Number 2, so the smallness of the dust mote there, okay, does not obstruct what is contained in it. For you, for us, you look at big and small. So how can you possibly fit this into this cup? Okay? That's not possible. Okay? From your eyes. But actually, because this size obstruct each other. Okay? Whereas in Buddha's eyes say, actually, within this you can fit infinitely many number of this world system called flower band or whatever. Okay? So it's tremendous. And within the proper manifesto, meaning that if you see this Buddha here, within this Buddha's body, there are infinitely many number of many Buddhas. Okay? Don't try to understand. The purpose here is to expose you to the what is called inconceivable. It's not for you to understand. It's for you to hear about it now. Okay? So in the future, you'll be clearer and clearer. And part of the fact that you're hearing it right now, it doesn't matter. You can sit anywhere because we don't have enough space. Finally, folks, I like to brag to you that I have more than 5, 6 today. First time they show up as well. So anyway, so what happened is the mere fact that we're talking about this, okay, is creating an inconceivable amount of blessings for the people who hear it. Because normal people cannot hear this. They would not believe it. It's not meant for them. And the fact is fascinating because the people who are deceased here, we will do the transference for their blessings, or the rebirth blessings. Actually, the blessings you're generating today goes towards them. Okay? And that blessings will help them go to the Pure Land and get to better grade. Okay? So that requires a lot of blessings. Okay, where are you going to go to make a fortune in this world? Okay, in our world, you listen to these profound principles that will create a lot of blessings. And later, in a few minutes after this, I finish this 214 slide here. We stand up and we say, for all the blessings here in a short time span we generated in this lecture, we pass it on to the deceased so that they can use the blessings to go to the Pure Land. Okay? And let me assure you, the blessing you just generated, okay, each and every one of you, even just listen to this concept of, this infinite world, in one hair pore, okay? One dust particle, you see, you zoom in, you see that it's infinitely many layers of worlds inside of it, okay? It's totally unscientific, but this is the Buddha's eye. The Buddha sees it. If you believe that, and I ask you not to reject it today, okay? All I'm asking you to do is just listen to it and say, I don't get it, but I hear it, and the mere fact you don't reject it, you are creating inconceivable amount of blessing you can pass on to them. Can we do that? We're not asking you to understand. I'm not asking you to understand. I'm only asking you to participate in creating blessings. This is what it's supposed to do. It's not for you to understand. No way for you to understand. Okay? I don't understand it. I'm not even a transformation body bodhisattva, unlike the Way Mountain Temple guy. Okay? Well, I want to make you believe. Okay? But the mere fact we're doing this, we're generating this incredible amount of blessings. This is why. That's how they can go to the Pure Land. Okay? It has to be the case, otherwise they cannot go to the Pure Land. Let's face it. We can't even go to Washington, D.C. and sit in the President's Oval Office. Anyone have been there? See, we don't have enough blessings to be in the President's office, and you expect to go to the Pure Land? Come on, you got to do something else, right? You need to do something before you can go to the president's office and sit in his desk and put his feet up and say, hey, it feels nice. Right? But here, in order for them, how are they going to go to the Pure Land? We need to do something extraordinary in order to create even more blessings and for a person to become president of the United States or Russia or China and all the countries of the world. And let me assure you, it's this sutra here we're doing. And again, I stress all of you, please don't reject it. Just hear it. That's it. That's all you do. And that creates incredible blessings for them that you can give away for them. You understand why you need me to translate into Vietnamese now? Forget it. Why is that? Why is I have a translate to Vietnamese? Oh, good Lord. Wait Mountain Temple. Go ahead.
Master, on slide 212, is the lotus flower banner world and the flower treasury world the same world or different?
What's slide number again?
212.
212. The lotus flower banner world is inside the flower treasury world. We find out more later. Okay? And this is just concepts for you to hear, to be exposed to the names. That's it. Okay? Just like you hear a place called Harvard University, Stanford University. When you go there, you will learn more. Okay, that's all. And the mere fact you hear about these great educational institutions, meaning that if you want for advanced learning in the future, you know where to go. That's incredible blessings by itself. Yes, same thing here. Okay, these concepts we're learning today are extremely is from the Buddha's wisdom, okay, and hearing it is incredibly beneficial for you, okay. And this is seeds of enlightenment that you planted, and you need when you go to the Pure Land, the objective of going to the Pure Land, by the way, is to become enlightened, to become a Buddha. So that's why these people are very, very blessed that we're planting seeds for them to become enlightened already. That's why you understand. That's why now they have far better chance to go to the Pure Land than otherwise. If I teach you about card tricks today, you have more fun, but you won't generate as many blessings. But we talk about things that like this, it's much more beneficial for them. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Let's stand up and do the transference.